Welcome to the Latin Dance Hits Quiz. 30 of the biggest Latin dance anthems. Listen and name the song. Let's start the party. Question 1. Do you recognize this Latin hit? Listen. The answer is Danza Kuduro by Don Omar featuring Lucenzo. Fun fact, fusing Angolan Kuduro with Reggaeton, this global smash exploded after featuring in Fast 5 and became one of the best-selling Latin singles ever. Question 2. Can you name this banger? Here it goes. The answer is Loca by Shakira featuring El Cata. Fun fact, adapted from Dominican artist El Cata's Loca con su tigre, its Spanish version has racked up nearly 700 million YouTube views. Question 3. Who sings this one? Pay attention. The answer is I Say Eu Te Pego by Michel Tello. Fun fact, this Brazilian sertanejo smash exploded after footballers like Neymar and Cristiano Ronaldo danced to it in goal celebrations. Over 1.2 billion views. Question 4. Let's see if you know this one. Here we go. The answer is Vivir Mi Vida by Marc Anthony. Fun fact, a Spanish cover of Khaled's C'est la vie, it became Marc Anthony's signature salsa anthem and ruled the Latin charts for weeks. Question 5. Time to dance. Do you know it? The answer is Bailando by Enrique Iglesias featuring Gente de Zona. Fun fact, winner of 3 Latin Grammys and a worldwide phenomenon with nearly 4 billion YouTube views. Enrique Iglesias' biggest hit ever. Question 6. Do you recognize this Latin hit? Listen. The answer is Ay Vamos by J Balvin. Fun fact, the song that broke J Balvin internationally. It won a Latin Grammy and passed 2 billion views, a cornerstone of reggaeton's global rise. Question 7. Can you name this banger? Here it goes. The answer is El Perdón by Nicky Jam and Enrique Iglesias. Fun fact, it marked Nicky Jam's massive comeback and topped the Hot Latin Songs chart for 30 weeks. An English version, Forgiveness, followed. Question 8. Who sings this one? Pay attention. The answer is La Gozadera by Gente de Zona, featuring Marc Anthony. Fun fact, this Cuban party anthem became the unofficial soundtrack of summer across Latin America and even the official 2021 Copa America song. Question 9. Let's see if you know this one. Here we go. The answer is Sofia by Alvaro Soler. Fun fact, the Spanish-German singer's breakout hit topped charts across Europe and Latin America with its sunny, impossible-to-forget sing-along chorus. Question 10. Time to dance. Do you know it?
Se sabe, un día digo que no, y otro que sí. Yo soy masoquista.
The answer is Chantage by Shakira, featuring Maluma. Fun fact, Shakira's triumphant return to Spanish-language pop hit #1 in over 15 countries and passed 3 billion YouTube views. Question 11. Do you recognize this Latin hit? Listen.
Ese tiempo, permíteme bailar contigo esta pieza entre todas las mujeres.
The answer is Reggaeton Lento by CNCO. Fun fact, the boy band born from a TV talent show scored a massive hit, and a later remix with Little Mix took it all around the world. Question 12. Can you name this banger? Here it goes.
Un, dos, tres, mis pasitos son descalzos sin estrés.
The answer is Vente Pa' Ca by Ricky Martin featuring Maluma. Fun fact, a tropical house-flavored hit that reunited 2 generations of Latin pop stars and raced past 2 billion YouTube views. Question 13. Who sings this one? Pay attention.
Despacito, quiero respirar tu cuello despacito.
The answer is Despacito by Luis Fonsi featuring Daddy Yankee. Fun fact, the most viewed video in YouTube history for years, now over 9 billion. The Justin Bieber remix made it a record-shattering global #1. Question 14. Let's see if you know this one. Here we go. The answer is Mi Gente by J Balvin and Willie William. Fun fact, built on Willie William's Voodoo song, it became the first fully Spanish track to top Spotify's global chart, and Beyoncé joined a charity remix. Question 15. Time to dance. Do you know it?
Y así nos queremos. Si conmigo te queda.
The answer is Felices los Four by Maluma. Fun fact, one of Maluma's biggest hits. Its lyrics about an open relationship sparked debate, and a salsa version with Marc Anthony soon followed. Question 16. Do you recognize this Latin hit? Listen.
Si lo he perdido todo, me has dejado en las sombras.
The answer is Súbeme la Radio by Enrique Iglesias featuring Zion and Lennox. Fun fact, filmed in Cuba, it became yet another billion-view smash for Enrique Iglesias and topped Latin charts worldwide. Question 17. Can you name this banger? Here it goes. The answer is Échame la Culpa by Luis Fonsi and Demi Lovato. Fun fact, the Despacito follow-up paired Luis Fonsi with Demi Lovato and raced past 2.5 billion YouTube views. Question 18. Who sings this one? Pay attention.
Estamos claros y ya. Estamos claros.
The answer is Equus by Nicky Jam and J Balvin. Fun fact, built on an Afro Bros dancehall beat, this irresistible team-up became a global reggaeton anthem with over 2 billion views. Question 19. Let's see if you know this one. Here we go. The answer is Dura by Daddy Yankee. Fun fact, a modern reboot of Daddy Yankee's old school flow. The viral Dura challenge took over social media worldwide. Question 20. Time to dance. Do you know it?
Me gusta lento y contento.
The answer is Calma by Pedro Capo and Farruko. Fun fact, the remix turned this Puerto Rican tune into a 3 billion view tropical smash. Even Alan Walker made an EDM version. Question 21. Do you recognize this Latin hit? Listen.
Dile a tus amigas que andamos ready. Esto lo seguimos en el after party.
The answer is Con Calma by Daddy Yankee and Snow. Fun fact, a reboot of Snow's 1992 hit Informer. It became one of the biggest reggaeton videos ever, with over 3 billion views. Question 22. Can you name this banger? Here it goes.
Está prendida en fuego, que no se enamore, ya está pa'l juego. Anda sola, nunca le vas a su.
The answer is China by Anuel AA, Daddy Yankee, Karol G, Ozuna, and J Balvin. Fun fact, an all-star reggaeton team-up that sampled Wayne Wonder's No Letting Go, racking up more than 2 billion views. Question 23. Who sings this one? Pay attention.
En la canción le da una depresión tonta. Llora.
The answer is Tusa by Karol G and Nicki Minaj. Fun fact, this heartbreak anthem became a global viral hit and cemented Karol G's crossover into worldwide superstardom. Question 24. Let's see if you know this one. Here we go.
Amor, tiene par de amistades, pero no quiere relación.
The answer is Baila, Baila, Baila by Ozuna. Fun fact, from Ozuna's Nibiru album, its irresistible hook made it a dance floor staple, and a star-studded remix soon followed. Question 25. Time to dance. Do you know it?
Pero eso no cambiará que yo llegué primero.
The answer is Hawaii by Maluma. Fun fact, a moody reggaeton hit about an ex moving on. A remix with The Weeknd pushed it even higher up the global charts. Question 26. Do you recognize this Latin hit? Listen. The answer is Pepas by Farruko. Fun fact, a relentless electro-guaracha anthem that became a festival and TikTok phenomenon, passing 800 million views. Question 27. Can you name this banger? Here it goes.
Me gusta tu boquita, ese labio rosita y como me.
The answer is Todo de Ti by Rauw Alejandro. Fun fact, a retro synth-pop meets reggaeton crossover that showed Rauw Alejandro's genre-bending range, a worldwide smash. Question 28. Who sings this one? Pay attention. The answer is Provenza by Karol G. Fun fact, the lead single from her Grammy-winning album, Mañana Será Bonito. Its laid-back beat topped charts and passed 1 billion views. Question 29. Let's see if you know this one. Here we go. The answer is Ella Baila Sola by Eslabon Armado and Peso Pluma. Fun fact, This Corridos Tumbados hit became the first regional Mexican song to reach the top 5 of the Billboard Hot 100. Last question, number 30. Make it count. Can you name this final hit?
Sabiendo toda la historia, bebé, ¿qué fue? No, pues que muy tragadito.
The answer is TQG by Karol G and Shakira. Fun fact, 2 Colombian superstars joined forces for this fierce breakup anthem, which debuted in the global top 3 and passed 1.5 billion views.